I can't even tell you how many times I've, heard people miss that one. That was awesome. Oh my God, it's so, I mean, you guys know probably how hard that is to do that, and then that fourth, you got all of those. Doesn't matter if you miss them in the future, you got them today. It's really great. Okay, let's actually start from, just a little bit from the end, the little recitative. That one. Introspective sound at the end. That's really great. Unfortunately, this is a killer. We feel the music in a certain way, and then we look back at the music, and the composer writes something totally different. Yeah. Darn it! God, it was so good. Okay, so appiettiere, this one, it means peaceful. So, that should be a little bit more subdued. Just because that's what he writes. Yeah. We want to pay attention to that. You know what we do? We memorize music, and then we got to go back and make sure that we're doing kind of what he wrote. So just do it one more time from the top. And with that top G, you got to let the orchestra go. Ba-yum, bum, bum, and then let that sound die away a little bit. So it's going to be kind of a long note. Yeah. You remember, you've heard it like a million times. Okay, so listen to that orchestra part in your head. You can start again. When you shift up, maybe add a little bit, like make your elbow the same height. Okay. Like, see how it just doesn't move? It'll make the phrase connect. Do that for me. So now musically, let's say, within this note, you have to kind of create an atmosphere when the orchestra dies away that people listen to what you're doing. Yeah. Yeah, so change that G somehow. If you want to just start on the F sharp. Yeah, I think that's getting more of like an idea that you want to kind of end that part with. Because of course the next part, the really beautiful part, you want to kind of set up that sound at the end of that. Okay, so what we want to do with this sequence, we want to do something different because that's like 5 things the same. So somehow you want to say, I want hot chocolate, I want donuts, you have to like change the phrase somehow. So change a lot. Make it really different. You want to just start in the top note. Yes, and you made it different, and now what I need you to do is add a logical progression. So think about the progression in your mind before you play it. Now you do it that way. couple ways to think about it too. So each one, like watch my bow one time, just or you know, there's all kinds of ways to do it, but it kind of has to go from loud to soft.
Yeah.
Or from soft to loud. You know, something like that. That will give you something to think about. Okay, now let's do just a little bit of the beginning of the second variation. Yes, so obviously that stuff, it actually feels harder than it is, right? It's just a scale, but you're like, wah! Before it happens, it's super scary. You're like, oh my God, am I gonna fall off or whatever? So, one time, practice it and feel easy about it. Choose a tempo that it's easy. So, bum, 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 bum. Like something super easy like that. Play it one time for me like that, just from... You can always end on a harmonic there, might be, I don't know, just in the future.
Okay.
Yeah, good. Now have an easier feeling, and maybe let your cello speak up. Just have a really easy feeling no matter what comes out, because you can always go back later. You want to get that super free, easy feeling. But about that speed, maybe. I like it. And then maybe one thing to add, make sure that your bow is kind of going along the same train track. That'll help when it gets going really fast. Do that one time about that speed. Awesome. It became studied because you were concerned about the cello stuff. Add it. Just add it to that free feeling. Try that. Now a little bit faster. Yes. And then when you kind of hear something that maybe could be clearer, just acknowledge it. Don't make it good or bad. If we label something as good or bad, it gives emotional context. And the emotional context will get in the way of making it better. You know, non-judgmental learning is something that's pretty awesome. So do that a little bit. Like make it really light. Try that one time. Make it easy, you know. Think about bunnies or I don't know. Yeah, now just a little bit faster, like just that fast. Yep, and then of course the hard part of these, the actual hard part is not, it's that one. So I would practice from here. Do that one time. Just that part. Super light and free. That sounds awesome. That sounds super light, right? And then when you go really fast, it'll come out super light. And then you'll have that easy feeling. You know what I mean? That easy feeling is so important for performance. You know, anything that we feel in the practice room is going to come out. Like, this part is really hard. I got to practice it really hard, and then it comes out. And And then everybody's like, he doesn't like what he's doing. I can't watch it anymore. You know, you got to enjoy yourself in the practice room and somehow make it easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice job. If you guys have any questions,